As the world's second longest reigning monarch, Queen Elizabeth II left an indelible legacy. A new book features the final words from the late Queen's diary, and they perfectly illuminate her personality, as factual and practical as ever. That's how royal author Robert Hardman describes Elizabeth's final diary entry in his new biography, Charles III. The last entry begins, "Edward came to see me," a reference to her private secretary, Sir Edward Young, and detailed the arrangements Young made for the swearing-in of the Liz Truss administration. Even at the end, Elizabeth upheld the same devotion to her role that characterized her entire 70-year reign. In this case, she was preparing for a familiar ceremony in which she would formally recognize the new prime minister.
Nice to see you again.
Lovely to see you again.
Truss met with Queen Elizabeth on September 6, 2022, just 2 days before the Queen died. During her life, access to Elizabeth's diary was limited to her husband, Prince Philip, but Hardman was granted royal permission while working on his book. There's a possibility that a collection of the Queen's diaries could one day be available to the public, although that may be for a limited time only. However, it's unlikely that readers would find anything juicy in them. Elizabeth's diary was reportedly a reflection of the Queen's stoic demeanor and intended primarily for royal business purposes. Even so, the Queen reportedly went to great lengths to keep her entries private by keeping her diary locked up when she wasn't using it. Elizabeth was said to have written her first diary entries as a teen, and in keeping with her work ethic, writing in it was part of her bedtime routine. Over the years, excerpts from the diaries of Elizabeth's father, George VI, have revealed his thoughts during World War II. In 2020, King Charles read an entry detailing his grandfather's perspective on VE Day. As depicted in The Crown, George wrote Lilibet and Margaret, with a party of friends, walked in the crowd after dark to see London in festive mood.
Poor darlings. They have never had any fun yet.
While Elizabeth's diaries remain unreleased, a diary from one of the Queen's childhood friends, Alethea Howard, includes some intriguing details. Howard discussed Elizabeth's teenage crush on Prince Philip and playing ice hockey with her. However, even way back then, Elizabeth's stoicism was fully evident. Howard wrote, "She's the most ungossipy person I know, placid and unemotional. She never desires what doesn't come her way." Elizabeth was so laser-focused on her job as queen, in fact, that she almost put duty ahead of her personal wishes near the end. She was reportedly concerned about the complications of dying in Scotland rather than England. However, in her final days, the royal family was against this attitude. Instead, they encouraged her to stay at Balmoral Castle simply because she loved being there.